Hey everyone, it's Fun Around, and my name is Jordan, and we will continue with the full slate breakdowns. We have 8 games, and we have a huge game near the end of the night with the Lakers at the Celtics. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. You will see images that come up on the screen right here. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So this first game is going to be the Nets at the Hornets. The Hornets will be on a back-to-back. The Nets are 3.5-point favorites. The Nets currently have Cameron Johnson out, who is their starting power forward. The Hornets, they had Mark Williams out on Friday. We will see an updated injury report. So the Nets are 1-7 out of the All-Star break and 3-4-1 against the spread. The Hornets, not any better, 1-9 out of the All-Star break and 4-6 against the spread. Nets playing at the 27th fastest pace and the Hornets the 22nd fastest pace. So not necessarily a fireworks matchup here. Since we need some clarity on the Hornets injury report, one guy for the Nets, and it's not for points, rebounds, or assists. It's going to be Nick Claxton. The Hornets give up the 4th most blocks to the center position. In his history versus the Hornets, he's had 2 or more blocks in 9 straight games against him, and his blocks line is normally 1.5. So good matchup here for Nick Claxton. This next game is going to be the Pelicans at the Rockets. The Rockets are 8-point favorites. This is a rematch of a game they played just a couple days ago. Pelicans, no new significant injuries in the Rockets. Fred VanVleet and Reed Shepherd will be out for this one. Pelicans 4-4 out of the break and 3-5 against the spread. The Rockets are also 4-4 out of the break, 4-3-1 against the spread. Pelicans playing at the 10th fastest pace, and the Rockets is 16th fastest pace. So a little bit more scoring here to be given up to other teams. The last game I picked Amen Thompson for a double-double. He cleared that. Wasn't too much of a sweat, but Pelicans, they give up the 2nd most rebounds overall now. So that could be a one to look at again. A guy on the Pelicans side of things that I saw his matchup was good, but he's just been off and on, but he had a great game. So I'm going to point him out. It's Trey Murphy. The Rockets are giving up the 9th most points to the shooting guard position, where they have Trey Murphy at now. He had 26 points against them just 2 days ago. And this third game is where things get fun. This is a rematch of a couple days ago as well. The Pacers at the Hawks. Pacers are minus 1.5 favorites. So Tyrese Halliburton remains questionable. He did not play in that game. If we get him to play, then we could have an assist battle between him and Trae Young. But an injury that popped up, a guy who had a really good matchup that I pointed out in the last game that scored 21 points was Aaron Naismith. He is now questionable. So we'll see if he plays for the Hawks. Trae Young is probable, and a new questionable is going to be Karis LeVert. So Pacers are 5-3 out of the break and 5-3 against the spread. The Hawks are 3-5 and 3-5 against the spread. So Pacers 15th fastest pace. The Hawks the 5th fastest pace. So not 2 top 10s, but I think this is going to be a fireworks matchup once again. So I'm going to go with the same pick I had last time. They did not bump his line, and it's Trae Young over 11.5 assists at minus 120. Pacers giving up the 11th most assists to point guards. He's gone over this in 6 out of the last 7 games. This season against the Pacers, he had 17 assists and then 16 just a couple of days ago. So I'm going to take this, and I might ladder it up just a couple to like 12.5, 13.5, just because he's done so well in this matchup. And then notable mentions, who I mentioned last time, was Pascal Siakam. The Hawks give up the most points to the power forward position. He dropped 35 points. Part of that was probably because Tyrese Halliburton did not play, so keep an eye out on his status. If we get a juiced line because of Pascal Siakam's last game and then Tyrese Halliburton's back, that's a lot of volume that's going to go away from him, but he still does have that really good matchup. And a sleeper is going to be George Niang for the Hawks at the power forward position. So he's giving up the 10th most points and the 2nd most rebounds to the power forward position. And George Niang off the bench scored 24 points and had 6 rebounds in that game a couple days ago. And if Karis LeVert is out, there's going to be some more volume there off the bench for George Niang. So if you guys could please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can say anything, you just put the number 1. And that helps get this video out there for more people to see. And also, if you want to get away from Prizepicks, try out other apps with more options, dynamic payouts. Check out Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, ChalkBoard, or Better. Underdog Fantasy is matching your first deposit up to $1,000, the rest up to $100, and Better is matching your first bet up to $250. Promo code is fine around 11. So his next game will be the Wizards at the Raptors. Raptors will be on a back-to-back, and the Raptors will be 5-point favorites. For the Wizards, Jordan Poole and Rashard Holmes are questionable. And the Raptors, we will need an update because it was a back-to-back. RJ Barrett, Grady Dick, and Jakob Poeltl all sat. Grady Dick looks like he actually had an injury, but RJ Barrett and Jakob Poeltl were out for just rest reasons. There's a chance they come back here for the tail end of this back-to-back. So Wizards are 3-4 out of the break and 4-3 against the spread. The Raptors are 4-4 out of the break and 5-3 against the spread. Wizards 9th fastest pace, and the Raptors the 24th fastest. So there's not many Wizards I trust. Maybe there's not any that I trust. But as far as the Raptors go, Wizards give up a lot of points to a lot of positions. Like Grady Dick, if he comes back and plays, the Wizards give up the most points to the shooting guard position. RJ Barrett, if he comes back, they give up the 6th most to the small forward position. Scotty Barnes, 7th most to the power forward position. Jakob Poeltl, if he comes back, the most rebounds to the center position. So a lot of good matchups here. We just need to see who comes back. This next game is going to be the Bulls at the Heat. The Heat will be on a back-to-back, and the Heat are 4.5-point favorites. For the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic is doubtful to play. Kobe White is probable. And for the Heat, the same thing. We need an update on the injury report. Kel'el Ware and Andrew Wiggins did not play on Friday. Bulls are 3-5 out of the break, but 6-2 against the spread. The books are not favoring them as much as they should. The Heat are 4-5 and 7-2 against the spread. So Bulls are playing at the 4th fastest pace, and the Heat the slowest pace in the NBA. One guy to point out is going to be Josh Giddey. The Heat give up the 6th most assists to the point guard position. Over his past 6 games, he's had 9 assists, 7 assists, 12, 6, and 10. He's also been scoring a ton. He's been getting really close to a lot of triple-doubles, but best matchup is going to be assist. Next game will be the Magic at the Bucks. The Bucks are 6.5-point favorites. The Magic have no new significant injuries. The Bucks, Dame and Giannis are probable, and Gary Trent Jr. is doubtful. Magic are 2-6 out of the break and 3-5 against the spread. Bucks are 7-1 out of the break and 6-1-1 against the spread. Magic play at the 28th fastest pace, so 3rd slowest. And then the Bucks are playing at the 3rd fastest pace, so clash of styles here. Not many good matchups for Bucks players. One sleeper to look out for that has a good matchup is Kyle Kuzma. The Magic are giving up the 9th most points and the 6th most rebounds to the small forward position. And then I'm going to jump right into the game of the night. The Lakers at the Celtics. Celtics are 6.5-point favorites. Lakers Rui is still out. Jackson Hayes is questionable, and then LeBron and Luka are probable. For the Celtics, Porzingis is optimistic that he will play, and Drew Holiday is still questionable. The Lakers are 8-1 out of the break and 7-2 against the spread. Celtics are 6-2 out of the break and 5-3 against the spread. Both these teams don't play too quickly. Lakers 21st fastest pace and Celtics 29th fastest pace. So there's not really a good matchup to go around with these two teams. They both have been playing really great defense. But one thing the Lakers they were really bad at earlier in the year, but now they're getting better at is giving up assists, but they're still kind of in the middle of the road with giving up assists. So I like Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists at plus 102. He's gone over in 6 out of the last 8 games, and you see the 4 misses in that last 10. Those are all blowouts where he did not play the whole game. So we've seen in big games, and I'm referring to mainly the Cavaliers game, Jason Tatum, his usage just like skyrocketed. He was basically the facilitator. So once again, in a big matchup like this, with an assist line at 5.5, that he's hitting 6 out of the last 8, I do like for him to go over. He did play the Lakers in January. He hooked on this at 5, but the Lakers actually blew out the Celtics in LA. But the Lakers do give up assists to the guys who are getting the most usage. Like they just gave up 10 assists to Jalen Brunson. So that's Jason Tatum over 5.5 assists. And then before I get into this last one, I want to shout out Novig. They are a social sports book. Check your state on the map. If you cannot bet game lines, spreads, or single bet, you can on Novig on the map. Promo code is FINDAROUND11 all caps. They'll give you 50% off up to $25, and they'll give you $5 free just for signing up. So there's a link in the description, and I'll put a link in the pinned comment for Novig. And this last game is going to be the Pistons at the Warriors. Pistons, Tobias Harris is likely to play. And for the Warriors, Kuminga and Podziemski are questionable. Pistons are 6-2 out of the break and 6-2 against the spread. Warriors are 7-1 out of the break and 6-2 against the spread. Both these teams are hot coming out of the break. Pistons are playing at the 6th fastest pace. They've really picked up their speed, and I think that's helping them to win games. And the Warriors are playing at the 17th fastest pace. So props to look out for. Jalen Durant rebounds. The Warriors give up the 6th most rebounds to the center position. Tobias Harris, the Warriors give up the 3rd most points to the power 4 position. And then Draymond Green, Pistons give up the most assists to the center position. So 3 different guys to look out for. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. You can hop on in there, talk about basketball, talk about UFC, all that good stuff. That is free. And then as far as a recap goes, for what I know, I'm filming during the last games of the night on Friday. So I don't know Devin Vassell, I don't know Jokic or Booker or Jonas Valanciunas. I do know Yusuf Nurkic. It hit his points plus assist. I had Kyle Filipowski. I did a rebound ladder for 6.5 and 7.5. But Walker Kessler just sucked in all the rebounds, and he came up short, but he was one of my sleepers for points and rebounds, and he did go off on points. I should have just paired them together and I would have hit. And then both my alt spread parlays got just blown up by teams that shouldn't have been losing to teams that they were playing against. So I'm going to get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's fine around. My name is Jordan. I will not have a video for Sunday. I don't make videos for Sunday, but I will see you on Monday. So once again, God bless you. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.